This is the best gaming laptop to buy in budget. Budget is the keyword here. Well, this is the newly launched Acer Aspire 7. And here, if you check online, first of all, there aren't any good gaming laptops at this price. And if you try laptops with i5 12th Gen and RTX 3050, see here, minimum cost 70,000. But we bought the Acer Aspire 7 for 59,000 and usually it sells for 62,000 only. And at that price, is this the best gaming laptop on a budget? Well, even we wanted to find out. So we used the laptop for 15 days and we'll talk more about practical reasons rather than specs because you can read specs on Amazon. And I must say, I'm quite impressed with it, but there is a big catch. This is Pratik, TechWiser. Let's go. Now, before we get to the main part of the laptop performance, here's a word from our sponsor, Wondershare PDFelement. Now, a very interesting thing, the other day, I had a printout of data in Word like this. So I just downloaded the PDFelement app on my iPhone and I took a photo of it, extracted all the text, and by using OCR, I can just copy and paste whatever I want. Also, PDFelement lets you edit, sign, and annotate a PDF. Also, you can password protect a PDF and send it over email. So basically, PDFelement lets you do everything and anything that you can and want to do with a PDF. You can even extract images, data, documents from a PDF to Excel sheet or Word or any format that you want. PDFelement has an app for iPhone, iPad, Android, Windows, Mac, all the platforms. You can download it from the first link in the description. Okay, small things first, big box. And inside you have the laptop along with the charging brick. And I don't understand why laptop charging bricks are so heavy. Like, you want me to hit someone with this?
Yes, please.
You wish. And some paperwork, that's it. There's no sticker, sadly. And the laptop feels very light. Like, see here, it weighs around 1.9 kg. For a gaming laptop, that is very nice. But there is an interesting thing about the build quality. Stay tuned and I'll tell you about this. Rest, you get all the necessary ports, so you don't need these dongles in your life. Bye-bye. On the right, you have a USB 3.0 port and a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the left, there is a USB-C cum Thunderbolt 4 port. So you can plug in your external SSD and it will give good speeds. You get two USB 3.0 ports, one HDMI port and one Ethernet port. And this is the charging port. Okay, so the best part about this laptop is the performance. Because you buy a gaming laptop for performance. This has an i5 1240p processor and the new 12th Gen series is very different from the previous generation processor. So it has 4 big P cores and 8 small E cores, in total 12 cores. But what is the P and E cores? Well, let me give you an example. Suppose you have a bike and a car and you have to travel 40 kilometers. So of course you will go on a bike because it takes 1 liter petrol and less overall energy. But suppose you have to go 40 kilometers with 4 people. The bike will have to do 2 rounds. So it makes sense to go with a car at that moment. Similarly, when the computer has to perform heavy tasks like say gaming, it will use the bigger performance cores, which is the car, but it will use more batteries. But when it is performing smaller tasks, like say when it is playing a video or when you are listening to music in the background, it will use the smaller E cores, the bike. This process helps increase battery life. So this whole P and E core helps increase battery life and performance. And for day-to-day activities like browsing the web, watching videos and all of that, it performs quite well. Like see here, I'm editing a photo of mine on Photoshop and I also have a 4K YouTube video playing in the background, several Chrome tabs open, and see I can easily switch between the apps. No problem at all. So multitasking is very good. Or here, for example, same, I'm editing a 4K timeline on Premiere Pro and I can easily scrub through the timeline, no frame drops. Even if I apply a color grade, still no frame drops. But when I put multiple layers of 4K videos along with graphics, then you see a bit of frame drops. So for normal light photo and video editing, this laptop works fine. But you buy a gaming laptop especially for a dedicated graphics card. Now you get an RTX 3050 graphics card and it is powerful enough. Like for instance, it can easily play GTA 5 at the high settings and you can see the FPS. Even lighter games like Counter-Strike or Rocket League, it performs pretty well. And now you will be like, Pratik, I can play these games even on GTS 1650 or cheaper laptops and those cost way less than this. What's so special about RTX 3050 in this laptop? Well, see, only RTX graphics card can do DLSS. It's a hardware feature. Well, let me show you here. This is control on a GTX 1650 laptop, which you get in many gaming laptops at this price range. And in medium settings, you get around 40 to 50 FPS. But now here on RTX 3050, I can turn on DLSS, and once I do that, see, the frame rate increases to around 70 FPS, almost double frame rate. So what is DLSS and how is it increasing frame rates? Well, in simple terms, DLSS runs the game at a lower resolution and this increases the FPS. But now you get more FPS, but the game resolution is low. So now the graphic card uses AI to increase the game quality back to 1080p, so you won't notice the reduced quality. Now games have to support DLSS and most modern titles like God of War, Spider-Man, they all support DLSS. Now a lot of people also ask for benchmarks. So we ran Cinebench and this is the 3D Mark score. All good. Also, this comes with a 512GB SSD, so opening apps is quite fast, or if I just open the lid, it wakes up in less than 1 second, like that's good. We even ran a read-write test for the discs and this was the score. Also, you can upgrade the RAM to maximum 32GB, you get 2 RAM slots and you can also increase the SSD storage. So this laptop performs very well if you're doing video editing work or even playing demanding games at medium to high settings. Another good thing that I really liked is the typing experience. I wrote several scripts on this laptop and listen to this. So silent it is. It's like meditating while typing. You get lost and then don't complete your work. It comes with a full-size keyboard, so you even get the number pad on the right. So if you use Excel or still play a game using 2468, it's helpful. The keyboard is also backlit, so you can even work at night, but at 60K you don't expect an RGB keyboard, it is white light only. Even the trackpad is quite big and it's very smooth. It supports all the Windows gesture like 2-finger scroll, 3-finger for app switch, everything. There is even a fingerprint sensor here. Nice touch. See what I did there? Coming to the display, you get a 15.6-inch Full HD IPS display and the display is decent for the price, like it has good viewing angles. It's like a normal laptop display at this price, average. Also, the display is anti-glare, so there is no reflection. Like I have a strong light here behind me and you can see no reflection on the screen. It's very nice. But there are two big things you should know about the display. First, the maximum brightness is only 250 nits, which is fine for indoor usage, but suppose you're using the laptop outdoors or you sit beside a window that is very bright, so the display will feel a little bit dim. But even if you let that go, the second thing is it has a 60Hz display. Like most gaming laptops usually come with 120Hz refresh rate. Even a 90Hz refresh rate display would have been nice here. And remember the catch I told you about in the beginning? Well, here it is, the build quality. Like this is targeted for gamers, but it doesn't look like a gaming laptop at all. Like no RGB, no fancy styling, nothing. Although the top cover is made from aluminium, the rest of the body is made from plastic, which is still fine. At 60K, I wouldn't expect it to look better. Like, Sayan, just by looks, how much do you think this laptop costs?
30,000, not more than that.
See, that's what happens when you take it in public. And even I have had Acer laptops in the past, same Acer Aspire series, and they kind of get bad on the hinge, so you have to take extra care of the laptop, a bit extra. Also, if you game, the fans ramp up to max and just hear the noise. Sounds like a jet engine, but again, this is with almost every gaming laptop. Also, coming to the sound quality, it is just bad. Like usually Windows laptops don't sound that good, but this is just poor. Like look at the placement of the speakers. It's here at the bottom, and if you keep it like this, it's all blocked. And here, have a side-by-side listen to this against the Realme laptop. And you can see the Realme laptop has far better speakers. So I wasn't expecting the speakers to be like great, but it is below average. So if you're watching a movie or something like that, you would have to use headphones with this. Con number 3, battery life. You get a 135-watt power adapter with this, but the battery life on this is very little. Like at half brightness while browsing and all, I was getting around 3 hours of battery life. And if you're gaming on it, forget the battery life. You need to plug in the laptop to play games. And now, Ultrabooks and smaller laptops have better battery life. Gaming laptops are not known to have really good battery life. Also, battery life depends on how you use the laptop, but in my case, it is what it is. So, should you buy the Acer Aspire 7 laptop? See, clear cut, if you're looking for a laptop for productivity, say video and photo editing as well, a bit of serious gaming, then I would definitely recommend getting a laptop with a dedicated graphics card. Also, in this price range, you get a lot of laptops with old 1650, 2050 graphics card, avoid all of that. In 2022, it's too old. You minimum use a laptop for 4 to 5 years. So in 2022, you should at least get minimum RTX 3050. And Acer Aspire 7 at around 60,000 is definitely a good performance laptop. You don't get such specs for this price. But if you want a productivity laptop, there's a Realme laptop. We did a dedicated review of it on our channel. You can click here and watch it. Also, we were thinking of getting new laptops, but we want you guys to help us pick one. So at around 50 to 70,000, tell us which laptop we should get, and we will pick the top comment and we'll give a shout out. #TeamTW. On that note, this is Pradeep signing off. See you in the next video. Pew, pew, pew.